So we have some celebrating to do a little bit later on, but we will follow the format of a formal meeting, like Aaron said. So first aspect of the meeting is to record any apologies. So Aaron, any apologies, please?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Mayor. Got apologies from Councillors Roberts, Moore, Wilson, Froggatt, and not McKinney because you're here.
Fabulous, thank you. Okay, so we move on to item number 1 of the business of the meeting, and that's to elect the mayor. And I remember 12 months ago at this point thinking, oh crap, what happens if they say no to me? But that won't happen at all, and we are at the point of electing the mayor. So I do open the floor out to, do we have any nominations for the role of mayor? Thank you, James. Do we have a seconder for that? Thank you, Duncan. So, councillors, all those in favour of Jonathan for the role of mayor? Thank you, that's unanimous. Perfect, thank you. Of course you can.
There is no doubt Councillor Jonathan Upton loves Oswestry. He loves its residents, history and traditions. From volunteering in the museum to getting information signs put up about battles that are said to have been fought on local fields, he demonstrates week in and week out his passion for the history of this town. In fact, he can often pipe up mid-conversation on an unrelated topic and bring up a unique historical fact about our town that most would simply have never known had he not brought it up. I cannot think of anyone else who will truly appreciate the honour of being Mayor of Oswestry. He today becomes part of the history of our town that he loves so much. He will hold an office that has previously been held by knights, reverends and MPs. He hopefully won't join those who have died in the office, but I bet he can name them. He also becomes the youngest person known to hold the office at the age of 31, something which should help to inspire the young members of our community that politics and representing this town truly is no longer just a pastime for the retired. Jonathan has spoken openly of his desire to bring back some traditions which mean a lot to him, and he has looked up to and admired his whole life. The office of mayor throughout his history has been one of authority, impartiality, and most importantly, being the first citizen of Oswestry, representing our town in tragedy or triumph. Sometimes tradition and civic ceremony is what is needed to help heal fractures in society and bring people together, rather than turn local government into a carbon copy of a boardroom where money means more than what you provide. I'm delighted and honoured to be able to formally propose Councillor Jonathan Upton today to hold the office of Mayor for the upcoming civic year, as well as pledge to support him whenever needed as he carries out the role as brilliantly as I know he will.
Thank you. Duncan.
See, we can't work the technology. Yeah, I mean, I had probably a small part to play in getting Jonathan into this position back in 2021, and I think, yeah, he needed a bit of reassurance at the time, but I think the thing about Jonathan, everybody knows Jonathan's passion for history and his love of the traditions of the council, but I think what gets overlooked is Jonathan's real humility and ability to relate to people, because I think you can relate to the people of Oswestry, really respect you, admire you, and are your friend. And I think that's a rare gift, to be honest, as a councillor in this day and age. And it's not something that comes lightly. It becomes because of your dedication to people. And I think that brings out the best of tradition, because your traditions of involving people in democracy, you pull out the best of history, if I put it in that way, rather than the worst of history, as sometimes we see too much expounded on. So I'm sure you'll have a great year as mayor. You'll have a very busy year as mayor, I'm sure, but it's a real honour to me to think I've played a small part to play in getting you to where you are now, and I think the town will fully appreciate you as their mayor and have respect for you and for the council. So congratulations.
Thank you, Duncan.
So at this point in the proceedings, I'm going to ask the mayor to sign the declaration of acceptance of office, which I will read out. I, Jonathan Upton, having been elected to the office of Mayor of Oswestry Town Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the code of conduct which is expected of members of Oswestry Town Council. Can I ask you to sign, please? can to sign that. So at this point of the proceeding, I'll ask the Mayor and the Mayoress to follow me out of the room to the roving parlour.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have a part in this. So I would also ask, Mr. Mayor, if you would put the badge of office onto your Mayoress. Yeah, you might need to stand up. I haven't worked that one. There we go. You got it?
be seated. I'm going to remove this. Yes. There comes a time in everyone's life when they must stand and be counted. And tonight is my moment where I join the historic and ever-growing list of over 300 Oswestrians blessed with the opportunity of serving their town as mayor. And what a blessing it truly is. I receive this distinction and take to heart the challenge of leading Oswestry into a new era of community governance. I will start off the proceedings by paying tribute to my predecessor, Councillor Rosie Radford. Over the past year, Rosie has strived to be the best mayor she can, weighing up the burdens of high office with fostering relations between the council and the wider Oswestry community. Having known Rosie for almost a decade, and having the privilege of working with her at one stage, I have seen for myself the lengths that she goes to in order to deliver what she sets out to achieve. I have also seen for myself the personality and character of Rosie, who makes time for people and will be there for you when you need her help. Now, without breaking protocol, let's be honest, this past year has been one of both achievements and challenges which we overcame. But seeing Rosie's style of chairing meetings and keeping council in order, I feel she did so with fairness and attention at all times. With regards to her achievements, Rosie has worked hard in constantly ensuring our markets win the accolades they deserve. She has shown an immense passion in her charitable causes around sustainability, social justice, and the local economy. In fact, Rosie's 2 civic events particularly stood out to me as they championed the efforts of community organisations and raised awarenesses of the causes they promote. Without casting a doubt on the efforts of her predecessors, I can honestly say that Rosie's term as mayor was one of inspiration to anyone wishing to make their mark in the community. And I, for one, am proud to have been able to serve under her as deputy mayor. As a thank you to Rosie for her service, I ask that everyone here gives her a big round of applause. And now it's my turn to take the reins and oversee the new regime. Whilst I commend my predecessors for balancing the responsibilities of office with the persona of being the people's friend, I think you'll find my style a bit different, a tad more formal. Tonight is not the night to elaborate further, other than to say that I want to bring back some of the traditions on which the council is based. Whilst it is necessary to embrace the future, we should not lose sight of the past and the values that those 300 plus before me espoused. If they were able to deliver a council of excellence, so can we. And as we will be having a meeting in 2 days' time, we can consider what we can deliver under my style in the coming year. This is my 5th year as an Oswestry Town Councillor. I originally became a councillor because I wanted to contribute to the development of this funny, lovely old town we call home. Whether it be a bench near St Oswald's Well, some flags above the Guildhall, or delivering for residents through casework, well, as the song goes, if I could help somebody, then my living would not have been in vain. And that is what I feel I've done so far. Now I am mayor, I look forward to what further causes I can promote. My 3 charities are as follows. Number 1, Oswestry Town Museum. This museum is both an integral feature to Oswestry Town Centre and a vital resource in keeping the history of Oswestry alive. Having been open since 2012, the Oswestry Town Museum has had thousands of visitors through the door each year, with a keenness to learn Oswestry's past. Coming from as far as America and as close as Castlefields, the museum's footfall speaks for itself. Whilst preserving and showcasing trinkets of our past, the museum has been a contributor to our Heritage Open Day since the beginning, forging links with partner organisations to develop a common theme year on year. Having been a volunteer at Oswestry Town Museum myself since 2019, they've helped me further develop my knowledge of local history, enable me to present my creations and stand me in good stead as an amateur local historian. I choose this charity as my way of giving back to them, plus extra, and to ensure that the museum continues the fabulous work throughout 26, 27 and beyond. Number 2, Oswestry Men Walking and Talking. This group meets on Festival Square every Thursday night at 1900 hours. Occasionally they do special walks on other dates as well. Having attended walks on and off since its inception in 2021, I have seen the number of Oswestrian men turn out every night to enjoy a walk, every Thursday night that is, get exercise, clear their heads and make friendships. Some attend to maintain valuable contact with their fellow humans that they don't always get at home, whilst others attend to support those who I mentioned just now. A real community organisation itself, they have also done similar ventures by raising money for charities such as Hope House, partnering with them on the annual memory walks around Oswestry. I started attending because, like thousands of others working from home during lockdown, this was then the only time I was able to maintain my physical and mental health. And that's another point we need to look at as well. Men's mental health. By doing something simple as providing an hour a week walking as far as Morda and as close as Lanforda, Men Walking and Talking does their bit to support their fellow man. We often hear about men's mental health being overlooked in this bizarre modern world. Outlets like this exist to tackle that issue. I choose this charity to also give back to them and to ensure they continue to operate in 2026, 27 and beyond. Number 3, Oswestry Senior Citizens Club. The OSCC have existed since 1949 to offer the elderly of Oswestry a place to go, to meet people, make friends and receive entertainment, sustenance and reassurance. In a way, their ethos is the same as Men Walking and Talking. They operate the Oswestry Community Centre in Lawn Street, providing facilities for OSCC use and for other community groups to have somewhere to base themselves. In doing so, they fundraise to provide events for their members such as outings, games nights, even movie nights. It is also a warm hub for people to go during the wintry season. There is one certainty in life. Nothing can be taken for granted. For those of us lucky enough to grow old, what we enjoy now, what we enjoy now may not have when we reach pension age. As a council, we've strived to partner with others to deliver the best youth services possible. But what about elderly services? I want to ensure the elderly of Oswestry, the elderly who made the Oswestry of the present, looked after like the Oswestry of the past. I read something online once about an elderly person being not just a person but an institution in itself. In providing a channel for these institutions, we make Oswestry what it is today, a town that looks after its past and its future in the present. I want to ensure that Oswestry Senior Citizens Club and their community centre can continue delivering that ethos throughout 2026, 27 and beyond, so that is why I choose them as my charity. And you'll all be pleased to know I've still got another 3 pages to go through. Only joking. This is the last one, I promise. Before summing up, I would like to use this opportunity to talk a bit about the exciting opportunities this council are embracing over 2026-27 and how it ties up to why I became a councillor in the first place. I originally stood on the notion of returning power to Oswestry wherever possible. To quote the town's motto, Floriat Oswestria, let Oswestry flourish. To quote the borough's motto, and pardon me if I'm not pronouncing it correct, nec timere, nec timide, neither rashly nor timidly. To let Oswestry flourish without an ounce of rashness nor timidness, this council will take back control of our own destiny from Shropshire, to paddle our own canoes in a sense. All of you will know by now that council is excited at the prospect of taking back control over street scene and the amenities which give my fellow Oswestrians abundances of pleasure. As mayor, I too am excited at the prospect of overseeing the continued devolution of these services and amenities, as I feel we can deliver the same level of services enjoyed in the days of the 300 plus before me. Some of them ran the council when we provided gas, water and electricity to the town. Why can't we do it now? I am also looking forward to welcoming 2 key historic events happening in Oswestry next year. The Wilfred Owen Festival and our bid to become a town of culture. Again, it's a full circle for me in seeing what I sought to implement come to fruition, and with the support of my fellow councillors. And finally, before I shut up, bang the gavel and oversee the election of my deputy, I would like to give a short address to everyone who received invites to attend. I know some of you don't like being put on the spot, so I won't single anyone out here. All I'll say is, you know who you are, you know why you're here, and you know how much your support means to me at this time. Although I said I wouldn't single anyone out, I would like to point out that my consort, aka the Mayoress, will be my mother, Councillor Ruth Simmons. Ruth has supported me through thick and thin, and I look forward to delivering this year with her to keep me in check. I sincerely thank all of you for coming tonight, and I hope you can stay for the social gathering afterwards. And now I will do as I promised.
Would you place the retiring mayor in the badge of office, please?
Of course. Councillor Radford, this is for you as a token of appreciation for all you've done over the year.
Thank you.
Very much.
Very kindly.
Assembly for the retiring mayoresses.
Likewise, these are tokens of appreciation for all they have done to support you over this year. Councillor Radford, please also take this as a token of our appreciation.
That's lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Councillor Radford, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I will do. Tonight is not about me.
Rosie.
Tonight is not about me, it's absolutely about Jonathan, and a joyful moment for Jonathan and for James, but Jonathan's in the limelight. I've had an interesting, challenging, joyful year, full of people and decisions to make and difficult situations to be in, but actually I've got through the other end because of the support of my fellow councillors. Whether we are on the same side or not, you have supported me in different ways, to which I'm very, very grateful. My wonderful daughters who sit before me here, are here because they've had a GCSE exam this morning and I've got another one tomorrow, and they are still dedicated to supporting me because it's the right and proper thing to do. But what also should be absolutely noted is my thanks to both Aaron and to Sandra for keeping me sane, keeping me on track, keeping me organised, keeping me at the place I need to be, and I have tried my best to respond to your endless emails, but you have been beyond wonderful. So I do just want to recognise Sandra. Thank you for being awesome. And to Aaron. There we go. You can have a hug afterwards. I'm not sure I can fit through this gap. But there we go. You're very welcome. You are absolutely in the right hands with Jonathan, and it would be lovely to see some of those traditions come back as a councillor and as a mayor in this role. And here's to an interesting 2026-27, and let's enjoy it and remember the people. That's all I would say. Thank you very much, everybody.
And now we reach the point of the proceedings where we will elect the Deputy Mayor of Oswestry for the 2026-27 civic year. Can I have nominations, please? Councillor Elmet.
I'd like to nominate James Owen.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder, please?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Does Councillor Owen wish to accept the nomination?
I do.
Very well. Yeah, of course. Yes.
It's your event, Jonathan, and I look forward to the year with you. So many congratulations from me. But I would just like to say just a couple of things while I'm standing, and that's about James. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for James, and I'm sure there's lots of current councillors that wouldn't be either. And I'm really looking forward to the next year with him. He's someone who's completely committed to the town and the county, fully understands how the council operates, and he goes above and beyond outside of the council in local activities by his own volunteering. I am absolutely sure he will give you all the support that you need, I'm sure he'll be a very able man in the way that he cares both for this society, and he will care for you in that way as well. And I'm very comfortable and confident in nominating him as Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. And does the seconder wish to say anything?
No, there was very kind words delivered, and I won't say any further.
Very well. Let us proceed to the vote. All those in favour of electing... sorry, was that for you? Do you wish to speak? Oh, I see. All those in favour? I'd say that's unanimous. Congratulations, Councillor Owen, you are duly elected.
So similarly to before I asked you to place the badge of office, I read out the Declaration of Acceptance of Office. I, James Owen, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of Oswestry Town Council, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. I undertake to observe the Code of Conduct which is expected of members of Oswestry Town Council. Can I ask you to sign, please, Councillor Owen?
So, without further ado, I hereby declare the meeting closed.
Would you like to invite everybody to join us for
Please, would you like to join us all for refreshments in Wolford Davis?
So the opportunity for photos